It's okay to take a break from the gacha. For a gacha developer, these are words they don't want to hear. They want you to log in every day, do your dailies, grind for endless hours on end, but also while you're at it, summon the new character that was just released. Didn't get them? No problem. If you just spend a few bucks, you might get the character you want. They pull you in with a beautiful world design, intriguing characters, and compelling story. That was me for a good year and a half. However, in 2023, I started to get burnt out and doing the same daily commissions, grinding, leveling up characters, and putting money in a game or characters I rarely used. So I did the most rational thing to do. I stopped playing. The best thing that I could have done while playing Genshin Impact was taking a break. Hello everyone, my name is Fedro and this is cozyfeji, and on this channel we cover a variety of things such as video essays, reviews, JRPGs, and all things cozy gaming. Now, for most people, including myself, I think I have a very tumultuous relationship with the game Genshin Impact. Many people love to say and critique a lot about this game. Many have coveted it to be one of their favorite games of all time. It's probably one of the most popular gacha games as of right now. But even so, being only around 3, almost 4 years old, a good pretty sizable player base. And so with that, I realized that even though I've been playing it since 2021, I've realized, like most people, have felt burnt out by this game. And so today I just wanted to talk about my relationship with this game. I'm talking relationship as if it's like something like super troubling or anything, but my relationship with the game from the beginning, when I first heard of it and the beginnings of playing this game, and then my inevitable burnout, as well as my return to the game and my new love and found love for the game. So before we get into all that, let's go to the very beginning back in 2020. So in 2020, I first heard about this game maybe a couple weeks after it had just come out, and at the time it was really kind of marketed as the anime Breath of the Wild due to its aesthetics, world map design, the action combat, as well, of course, the world and how massive and open it is. And the aesthetics were very appealing to me, and the concept pretty cool. And when I first heard about it, I heard terminology such as free-to-play, gacha, pay-to-win, all this stuff that I've never heard of, because at this time, I had just started to get back into gaming after years of not really playing any games, and all this terminology was like went over my head. I just saw this game, I thought the aesthetics looked cool, I thought the vibe looked really interesting, and what the story had to offer seemed interesting enough, so I decided, you know what, let's just get into it. So I did more research and found out that it's a PC and mobile game, and at the time for me, I only had 2 options to really play this game on. Well, really one. One of them being my laptop, and my laptop at the time could barely run Google Chrome, let alone play a game at that size. So my next best bet was my iPad. And the iPad that I had at the time was an iPad 2018, the base model at 32 gigs. So I'm already starting off at rough. Either way, I decided to download the game off the App Store and boot up the game for the first time on my iPad. And ooh child, woo! Oh my goodness, I could barely run the opening cutscene. Even when I got into the gameplay, the first opening like half hour of the game, it was chugging. Oh my goodness, I could barely play that game. So after barely being able to play it, I was like, you know what, maybe I won't have the opportunity to do so. So I kind of just like packed it up and put it away and just kind of not thought about it and just went about my day, played other games in the meantime, and that was that. It wasn't until 2021 when I finally went back to this game, when I was upgrading my iPad. I was upgrading my iPad from the 2018 version to the iPad Air 4, and when I was looking at unboxing videos and all that jazz with the iPad Air, a lot of people like to test certain games to test the specs and the hardware of the tech, and a lot of the times people would test Genshin Impact to see how it ran on the iPad. And when I was watching these unboxing videos and seeing this test run of Genshin, it made me realize, oh yeah, I remember kind of being interested and wanted to play this game a couple months back. I can finally be able to play it. So as soon as I got my iPad Air and I finished setting it up, I again went back to the App Store, downloaded that game, and booted up. And honestly, the rest is history. I remember, I kid you not, I was playing that game almost every day religiously for hours on end. When I had just jumped into the game back in June of 2021, I think the game was at on the patch of 1.6. Kazuha had just came out or was about to come out, and Inazuma was right around the corner, which is a new region that they were getting ready to launch. And so I was at a very interesting time when it was still like, I think 6 months old or a little over 6 months old. And so there's still a lot of stuff and content that I got to experience, but also I got to keep up and experience a new launch of a new region. Kazuha was the first banner that I even pulled on. It was super exciting to get into that. And there's so much new experiences when I first launched and played Genshin Impact for the first time. When I first played it and welcomed my wall self into the game, it was already jam-packed and intense. With the opening scene alone, you're traveling through the worlds with your twin, only to be stopped by this all-being, almighty god. And there, when we were about to get into this epic fight, you get to choose your twin, which I thought was really fun and exciting. And from there, you kind of just launch yourself into the first region of the game, Mondstadt, which a lot of people like to credit to be kind of a slow-paced, boring starting region. But for me, I kind of enjoyed that slow pace of it all. It was very cozy and very chill vibes. The European, German aesthetic was really, really interesting, and being able to explore the world at my own pace. And sometimes I would find myself going off the beaten path of the main story quest and exploring the worlds and attacking villager camps or unlocking certain treasures or going up to a cliff that I had no business climbing up and obviously dying because I didn't have enough stamina. But either way, I enjoyed my time exploring the world of Mondstadt and also encountering all the new base starting characters like Amber, Kaya, Lisa, Jean, D-Luke. All those characters were super exciting and fun for me, and also invest myself into the story and to see how it played out unto Liyue. And oh my god, Liyue is so stunning. I just remember going to Liyue for the first time, and the music was, oh my god, just so entrancing. I had just a blast being able to enjoy the beautiful orange hues and the immaculate music as you're playing exploring through Liyue was just amazing. Overall, I just had a really great time. I was enjoying myself, and I was slowly catching up to what everyone else was playing at the time. And when Inazuma came out, I was just excited as everyone else, and I had a blast being able to be a part of a new region launch, which is super exciting and fun. Just at the beginning of this game, everything was just so exciting and new and something I never experienced, especially someone who at this point hasn't really played that many games in a hot minute. So experiencing something as beautiful as Genshin was truly an amazing experience. And so pretty much all of 2021, I pretty much played Genshin quite consistently, and that was kind of like my main game for a while. And then we head on to 2022. It was pretty much the same as 2021. However, I realized that playing this game every day, all the time, going in, checking into your commissions and your dailies and fighting certain weekly bosses, the routine of it all kind of got stale. So I decided, you know what, maybe I should take occasional breaks. That way I'm not like burnt out by the game, because even people who have been playing this game for at least a year now have already started to feel fatigue. And so I decided, you know what, let's just take a step back and focus on the other games or other hobbies that you have in your life. And so I would play this game every 2 to 3 patches. That way I would have something to do and have something to look forward to without being burnt out, and I would have content to play. So I kind of did that most of 2022 pretty much. I would have play for a bit, go through the patch, get myself caught up with the main story or whatever new limited time events or characters I might want to pull for, and then I would just step away and wait for another couple patches to come by. And it was just kind of the routine of it all. In 2023, Sumeru comes out, and I was really looking forward to seeing how this region compares to the previous regions and the lush environments with the forests, and of course the crazy beautiful and stunning desert that comes with Sumeru. I was really looking forward to see what it has to offer, and Sumeru did not disappoint. I remember playing up to the end of the Archon quest, and then I kind of just stopped. I think my stopping point for me was the R&R quest. I was like going through it, and I just realized, okay, I'm kind of over this game. Not for that quest in itself, but I was just feeling kind of just like whatever. I feel like that happens quite a lot, especially at the end of a major art conquest. Once that like haps up, there's kind of just like this emptiness feeling that you have now that you're waiting for more content to come, and of course the longer wait for the new region to come along. And I just kind of felt bored, and so I just stopped playing altogether. So most of 2023 I literally barely touched the game, and if I did, I'd maybe like log in to do a wish here or there, or maybe I might do a daily, but for the most part, 2023, I did not touch this game whatsoever. The thing is, what I really noticed is the cracks were starting to show in Genshin. There's not enough good end game content besides the Spiral Abyss. There's really nothing much to look forward to, especially with a lot of limited time events. There's no opportunity or chance to really go back and experience those again, or if you missed it out while you were doing something else in your life, there wasn't an opportunity to like have an archive to really watch or play through those content again. You pretty much had to go on YouTube to watch that content that you missed, which is kind of unfortunate. And so I just felt just kind of like over Genshin, to be honest. So I honestly just stepped away and kind of didn't really look back for a while. I focused on other games in my catalog, and I focused on my channel at the time. I was just doing other things besides playing Genshin Impact. So 2024 rolls around, and I kind of had the itch to play Genshin again. I noticed a lot of my mutuals or just people that I follow were posting all the new story updates with the happenings in Genshin, as well as the new region of Fontaine. I kind of wanted to get back into it. So I decided to make a fresh new account on my PS5. The whole goal of this new account was to just kind of go in with a new fresh pair of eyes. I also wanted to do more focused things on this new account, such as I really wanted to build my characters, because if you look at my main account, oh my god, they are not built at all. I do not care to build them. I have a lot of good characters in my roster, but I do not take the time to actually properly build them. And I also wanted to utilize different characters, because for me, I use the same characters all the time. The two characters that never leave my roster is Kazuha. I love that man to death. He's my favorite character ever in that game. And then Bennett, those two are always on my roster. And so with this new account, I really wanted to take the time to play other characters and to get used to their playset and their kits and their gameplay. And with that new mindset, and also I really wanted to be free to play, because I put in a good amount of money in my main account, and I just thought that I don't know how long this kick or this push or motivation to play this game will last, so I don't want to spend money on something that I don't realistically feel like I'm gonna be playing enough of. So I just decided, let's just be free to play. So with all those kind of rules that I put on myself, I decided to finally start a new account with the game. And I honestly had a great time being able to go back to Mondstadt again and to really experience the slow pace of it all, and just to really take in the world of Teyvat was honestly a really nice change of pace. And as I was going back to the old routine of having very low stamina and being able to explore all of the regions and all the different areas within Mondstadt, made me really appreciate the game a lot more than I did before. So as I was going through this new account and going through all the motions, it made me realize that I have to go through all of these regions, and that's going to be so much work, at least a lot to catch up to. So I decided to go back to my main account and just pick up where I left off on the R&R quest and try to catch up to where everyone else is now that I'm at the time of playing around April, May of 2024. Fontaine has already long been finished. There's a lot of world quests and events happening here and there, but everyone's getting ready and expecting for not long to come out. So I had a lot of my work cut out for me. When I went back to the R&R quest, I did not realize how long that quest was. Oh my god. I tried to look up some certain guides to that quest because I was stuck on a certain puzzle. I did not know that quest can be anywhere from 11 to 15 hours. Oh my god, so long. And it's not voice acted, which makes it kind of a pain to get through. I feel like if I was playing this game when I had nothing else to do and I had to just go by playing this quest, it would have been fun to just slowly but surely work your way through until the next new patch came out. But since I was on a mission to catch up to everyone else, I kind of blitzed through this game quest, and a lot of quests that happened. But my god, that one was definitely a slog to get through. But the payoff was really nice because the ending was cute and I got a lot of primo gems out of it. There's some quests that I really loved when going through, and just aspects that I loved experiencing as my catch up to everything in Genshin was the Golden Slumber and Jet quest in Sumeru. Oh my god, those quests were truly emotional. I've been noticed that a lot of the quests in later half or the later end of Genshin have been getting really emotional lately, but those two in particular really stood out to me. I think what really made me solidified how great the Jet quest was the fanimation by Subutai, who did a fanimation of the Jet quest. It was so good. I mean, realize just how good that one was. Also, I fell in love with Liyue all over again with the new region or aspect or region of Liyue with Chenyu Vale. Oh my god, that region is so beautiful, so stunning. The music, I've been playing a lot of the OST of Chenyu Vale, is just so beautiful, great to fall asleep to, and it just again made me realize how great Liyue is. Absolutely loved it. And as I'm going through and slowly but surely going through the regions and all the world quests, I finally got to Fontaine and I got to experience it for the first time. It was honestly lived up to the hype. I loved the whole French countryside aesthetic to it all, and the underwater aspect of it was really well done. I usually hate underwater levels, but I truly enjoyed my time with it. It was so stunning, so beautiful. And again, with doing the Archon quest of the Fontaine region made me realize just how great the story is. And I love the lore of Genshin. I consider myself a narrative girly, and so being able to experience the more expanded story of Genshin and to see where everything is leading up to was absolutely beautiful, and Fontaine did not hold back. If I were to rank all the regions in terms of Archon quests, it would definitely be Sumeru is number 1, Fontaine is a very close second, followed by Liyue, Inazuma, and then lastly Mondstadt. Not that I have anything against Mondstadt, it's a very cute story compared to everything else I've experienced in this game. Overall, I'm really glad that I took the year break that I did, because going back to Genshin after that year-long break made me really appreciate what this game has to offer and to really make with what I have with this game. Now that I'm kind of full force back into Genshin again, I definitely want to keep in mind that I definitely want to properly build my characters, really get into the lore and the story of this game, and also I'm going to try my best to stay free to play as long as that, however long that lasts. But overall, I'm really excited to see where my journey takes me. Overall, Genshin Impact is not without its flaws, but its shining moments really do shine, and I'm really excited to jump back into the world of Teyvat at my own pace.